Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You remember the family?
I do. Good to see everybody.
Brett, Special K, Gary.
For sure.
Rickey is in Birmingham.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Okay, we got a special guest in the building today. Y'all know him as a Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and he's been redefining R&B. Y'all please welcome the incredibly talented PJ Morton.
Yes, sir.
Man, big dog, we played your song this morning, man, on the praise break, man. We just love and appreciate you, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, and I appreciate you always showing love, man. I can always feel it, and I'm so appreciative. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now, last week you announced that your R&B single, Mutual, and today you back with your new gospel single, Mercy. Like,
That's
what
right.
is going on? You got a lot.
I'm all over the place. Nah, man, for me, doing music as long as I've been doing it, for me, it's always about finding something fresh, finding a new why I'm doing it. And, I've been in these worlds all my life, preacher's kid my whole life, but then find my way in the R&B, in the pop with Maroon 5. But I'm like, I'm going to touch on everything this year. And so
that's right.
I wanted to do a gospel single. I wanted to do an R&B single. And we're just going to keep giving all of this music.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, historically, gospel artists are given a hard time for crossing music genres. How has that been an issue, or has that been an issue for you?
Yeah, see, I kind of anticipated that issue early, which is why I crossed from the opposite side.
Come on
I
now.
mean, I was a songwriter in gospel, of course, with like Let Go, Let God and stuff like that. But as an artist, I came out as an R&B artist and kind of kept that gospel in a tuck, and was writing for other people. But for me, I crossed from the other side because it seemed like less closed off in R&B. I could talk about God if I wanted to, even in R&B.
Right.
But I couldn't talk about everything I wanted to in gospel. But now I think that has been shown more and more what's possible. And I thought it was time now to really step out and do both in that way.
But PJ, with all that being said, I want to know, how does the church people feel about it? Because the church people, I thought it was said you can't do both. You can't worship the Lord and the devil.
Can't serve two masters.
That's right. You can't serve two masters.
Yeah, which that scripture is out of context too. You know what I'm saying? For many years, I wrote this book some years ago called Why Can't I Sing About Love? And I talked about that scripture specifically, and what it was talking about, which was talking about the love of money, really, and serving two masters. But for me, I just thought it was time to be honest. I think the church has embraced me because a lot of times when R&B singers left the church, they were mad and they just went and just made the wildest R&B you could make. For me, it was always still about keeping a standard for myself. So I think that love hadn't left for me. And I thought it was time to be honest. In that book, my dad said, I wasn't listening to Amazing Grace when I was trying to date your mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest.
Right.
We're not talking about Jesus all day. We're not saying God all day. We talking about how the weather. We talking about the sky is blue. We saying, oh, she's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be honest. And I think the music should also reflect
You
that.
never slow down to Shirley Caesar. I remember Mama.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. You better get some vibes. That's not gonna do it. And so I think because I'm one of them, I'm truly one of them, grown up in the church and was able to get this message across without anger, but in an honest, true way.
And what you saying that you weren't angry, so you weren't rebellious?
I not in that way, like I didn't leave. I felt like my R&B and the love songs that I wrote and the life songs that I wrote, it was a calling as much as gospel was for people. And so, so I wasn't angry and I didn't feel like I needed to go super wild. It was like, let me just be myself, you know what I'm saying? Which is a balanced person. And I think so. I think it's been able to be heard a little different.
I just have to ask you this, man.
Yeah.
Like, would you still go to a old church and jump on that B3 Hammond and like get down?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You still got it.
I still make sure I got it. When my dad is up there, sometimes he start hooping. If I'm in there, I'll go hop on the organ. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just in me. That's just who I am. Yeah.
And I have to ask, what's your favorite key to play in?
My favorite key? I mean, for him, I like to be in A flat.
I knew it.
Once he goes to that A flat. But yeah, no, that's my roots, man. And that's what was so tough for so long. It's like, oh, I have to not do this because this is gonna box me in. But I think God is bigger than that. I think God is the ultimate creator, you know, and allows us to create all of this. And so now I'm just fully in that freedom now. You know, we won, I produced this album, Heart of Mine. We won Best Gospel Album this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's my 6th, but I've won Best R&B Song. I've won Best Traditional R&B Performance.
Nice.
I've won Best Gospel Album before. So
Man.
I'm in all these
All
worlds.
over the place.
I'm in all these worlds.
And ain't nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
You've been very vocal about your independence when you speak of free. How do you feel about artists? Do you still think that they need major labels today?
No, not need. No, not need. I think it's really what type of artist you want to be. You know, for me, it was like I needed a major label. That's what I thought that I needed. And once I couldn't get signed, it forced me to look into independence. You know, it was before independence was sexy. It was like I just couldn't get a deal. You know what I'm saying? But what I realized is, I start seeing some of the smoke and mirrors. I'm like, okay, that person has a #1, not just because the song is good. They're helping that. Oh, that person sold 1 million. They were able to ship 1 million. So once I started to get really into it, I saw, you know, that I started to appreciate my independence. And now it's you know, it's promoted to be independent. You own your masters. And what I can say is owning my catalog is something that I'm so appreciative of.
Yes.
Man.
It gives me power. Like I get to move around like I want to because I own this stuff. And,
Right.
And that's never a bad thing. You know, I signed a major deal at one time. I was signed to Young Money, Cash Money for one album. And that was an experience. You know what I'm saying? I got to look under the hood and see, I'm at Universal and blah, blah, blah. But after that deal, it's truly when I realized, okay, now I want to be in it because I need to move the way I want to move when I want to move.
Right.
Because I think as an artist, like sometimes being able to be creative is more important than the money. It's like, man, you stopping me from putting out this record? Like, because I got to wait for this and now it's over. You know, now the hype is over. And so, I don't think even more now than ever because now then I started to get the tools. When I got that first Grammy nomination as an independent, it's because streaming started to level the playing field. It's like people couldn't lie as much, you couldn't cheat as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't take your money as much
because the fans are telling you what they want as opposed to them telling you what you're supposed to like. And and so you know it's freed me in a big way. And now for artists, they have so many tools to be able to be independent now.
I know that's right. Hold that thought, y'all. Hey, listen, we got more with PJ Morton coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only PJ Morton in the building. New single, Mercy. And the word mercy, carries a lot of weight. What does that mean to you in the context of, the song Mercy?
Yeah, for me, it's like, man, no matter what I do, I can try to be the best that I can be, but I still couldn't earn the love and the mercy that I get, the grace and mercy I get. That's why in the song I say the unmerited favor, you freely bestow on me. It's like no merit of my own, could I earn this mercy. And so I'm just grateful, man, that God still shines his love on me and shows his favor in my life,
Hey, PJ, I got a cousin. My cousin here. She came to your show in Nashville. What Yanetta? Say hi to Yanetta. Tell me what you think. She's the therapist.
What's up, Yanetta?
Hey, how you doing? Listen, I love me some PJ Morton. Okay?
Oh, man,
I will go to your concerts by myself.
What made this concert so great?
They're great because you get that full. So I grew up in church. So I'm a church girl. So
she saw you at the Ryman.
At the Ryman in
man,
Nashville.
Those some special shows
with
at
the
organs
Ryman, and we had a whole choir rehearsal before he came on stage.
What?
Right.
Melodies from Heaven. I mean, everybody had their
Iris
parts.
Spence. Shout out to
I held
DJ
down
Iris
the altos.
Spence. Yeah, there it is. Rain. For sure. No, man. I mean, for me, that's in that spirit of like the Donny Hathaways and stuff I was listening to growing up too, where it's like, this is soul music, but it takes you through that whole Black experience. That church for us wasn't just about the word. It was the community. It was that music. It was all those things that kind of shaped who we were. And for me, I like to capture that. So I'm glad you appreciate that.
Yes, beautiful. And you
feel
know, I
that.
make everything therapeutic. So the music is therapeutic. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, you got therapists showing up at your show.
Oh man,
I'm
appreciate
I'm
that.
giving songs to my clients for homework. I want you to listen to. I'm good. Okay.
Oh, there we go. I like that. I like that. No, that's love, man. Thank you.
So PJ, we were talking off air, and I was asking about when you write the songs. When you write the songs, that's you.
That yeah.
And the writer who wrote the song, that gets all the money.
Well, yeah.
Why you writing
yeah.
so
I mean,
about the
listen,
money?
yeah,
Well, I mean,
look,
I'm just because it's just interesting because I didn't know that. Cause
if you
you
see
know,
this ring, you know, is he about that money? He about that money.
Right.
No, but that's true though. That's true. You know, sometimes it's not as glamorous. You know what I'm saying? You're not the one up front. But we were talking about those TikTok trends and social media trends and these songs from 30 years ago making their way back into the world. It's like those songwriters, when they own that stuff, that's why I was talking about ownership is so important. When they own their publishing and when they own those things last forever. That's why you see these people buying up this publishing for millions and millions. I think The Weeknd just got $1 billion. I mean, because they understand The Weeknd. Yeah,
Really?
did $1 billion deal for his songs and
Wow.
And so I mean, it's because there's value. There's real value there, and understanding that is so important. You know. Yeah.
how do you write songs? Can I write a song? I wonder if I could just write
No,
a song.
sir.
Trying to get
Good
to the
night.
money, huh, Gary? I'm not,
Yeah, you're trying to get.
I don't know if it just
Hey,
happened like
is
that.
is there a song you wrote for somebody else that you wish that you would have kept for yourself? Like, oh my God, let that one get away.
It's not like it was a hit or anything. And I used to work with Jermaine Dupri here, and I had this song "Don't Ever Leave," and we gave it to a young artist of his. And I needed that check. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, it's like, yeah, you got this. I love that song, but it ended up never coming out. So I was able to ask Jermaine for the song back. And but that was one of the few regrets I had. But when I'm writing, I'm not like a songwriter who has a big archive of songs. I usually write per needed. So it's like if an artist I like to get into who that artist is, like to get into that. So usually that song is for them. I don't just write song. I'm not that type of songwriter who just has a bunch of songs and it's like, here, this is yours today. So in that sense, you know, I don't really have regrets.
Man,
you have
listen,
to hang
man.
out with him for a while.
Yeah,
kinda
I like
get
to
know
when I
him.
can. You know, the process is so fast these days, but
I know.
I like to sit and like know you, like what you feeling right now. What
That's
are you
what
going
JD
through
used to
right
do with
now?
us
Yeah,
back in the day,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, he's one of my teachers, you know. But it's like, yeah, like what you want to talk about, what you doing in your life, because
Right. What are you going through?
Yeah, that shines through the record. When you believe, you know what I'm saying. When you know what's happening in that song, you can sing that song.
From
You
your
can
heart, yes.
from your heart. Yeah, so it's
Hey,
important to me. Yeah.
And I need everybody make sure y'all get the new song "Mercy and Mutual," and let everybody, PJ, let everybody know how they can follow you.
Yes, follow me at PJ Morton on everything, at PJ Morton on all socials. We out here.
There it is, y'all. Hey, man, we love you, brother. You know
Man,
we love you.
too, man. Love
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
I appreciate it always.
Now, we
Thank you.
appreciate you. You always welcome back, man. Please come do the podcast, too. And bring your keyboard with you when you come do the
Let's do
podcast.
it.
Bring the
Only if you
keyboard.
play a little bit too, Ricky.
I will.
Play a little bit.
I will. I'm going to rehearse. Y'all give it
All
up for
right, there it
PJ Morton, y'all.